Tony was always smiling. I don't think I have a photograph he isn't smiling in.
You must have been devastated when he was killed.
No, I was numb. I couldn't afford to be devastated because I had to take care of our baby.
How did you feel later?
What difference does it make?
It's really not good to keep those kind of feelings locked up inside.
You want to know how I felt? I was angry, okay? I was angry. You know how Tony died?
No.
He stepped on a mine. How's that for goodbye? No movie music, no fond farewell from your wife. No word of warning. Just a click.
But you had your baby.
Yeah, for 2 more weeks.
What happened?
The VC opened up with mortar fire on Da Nang. The baby was in a little carriage out on the street with a Vietnamese nurse. I just went back in the house for a second, and I heard it. Incoming. I froze. Just for a second, and then I ran, screaming, Mavu! Namen bei nam som! Omen bei nam som! I lost the last thing that was holding my life together.
It's okay. It's okay to cry.
There wasn't any point crying then, and there's even less now. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here.
Would you like me to drive you home?
I never should have told you.
Kris.
Oh.
Kris.
No,
Kris.
no, John, let her go. She needs time.
Can't stand seeing her in so much pain.
She may be better now. She is stronger than you think.
Mary, every time I take a step, I'm reminded of Vietnam. What happened to me is like a bad day in the heat compared to what happened to a lot of other guys. I consider myself to be one of the lucky ones. Maybe Tony was lucky too. I mean, one click and it was over. But for Kris, it's never gonna be over.
She'll survive.
I'm not gonna abandon her. Never.
Donna and I will be in Washington for just a couple of days.
And Bridget will take care of Mikey.
Yes, Bridget will. That is, if the Human Services Board doesn't mind.
I'll explain to them that I know her and that I think she'll do a fabulous job looking after him.
Oh, good, because you know we'd hate to ruffle some feathers.
I know you think they're overly strict, but they're really only looking out for his welfare.
Donna and I have proven that we will be wonderful parents to Mike.
Yes, you have. You have. And you're a good boy to tell me about your trip, and that's going to go in your favor.
Well, Mary, I haven't quite told you everything.
Oh, Michael, I'm so glad you're here. Wait until you hear the news.
Break out the champagne.
What happened?
Well, just got off the phone with my new producer.
Did you get that job that Marley told me about?
Yes, it just came through the other day.
Yes, you are looking at their newest documentary filmmaker.
And their best.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
They want him to start his first documentary as soon as possible. About what?
About anything I decide.
As long as it concerns a social cause that's affecting Bay City.
Yeah. Hey, I was thinking, Mary, maybe you can give me some ideas.
Oh, my gosh, there's so many things you could choose from. There's homelessness, there's crime, there's lack of low-cost housing, there's...
Pollution. River pollution.
Well, whatever it is, I want to make sure that my films make a difference.
And they will. They'll be terrific.
My biggest fan.
I thought you were going to Washington with Donna today.
We are, but we're catching a later flight.
Well, who will be taking care of Mikey?
Bridget?
Well, Would you mind if we would help her out?
No. I'll tell you what, why don't you call Bridget? I don't think she'd mind if you took Mikey off her hands from time to time.
Oh, terrific. I would love that.
As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what. Why don't you stay at the apartment while Donna and I are away?
Terrific idea. I think I'm going to go pack, okay?
Great.
I really wish you wouldn't have done that.
Why, are you concerned about what Donna would say?
No,
Look,
it's not Donna. It's Marley. After everything she went through with Vicky, this is the last thing she needs.
Oh, wait a minute. Did Victoria and Marley have a fight?
No, they've never been closer since Marley stayed there.
You guys want to talk about this privately? Because I have things I could do instead.
No. Actually, I could use some professional advice from you. It's about Marley's infertility problem. I mean, at least I think it is.
Wait a minute. I told her that she could go to any specialist she wanted to, and then I'd take care of it.
Michael, she's not calling anybody. She refuses to deal with the problem.
And she insisted on staying with Vicky.
Well, that was only temporary. I mean, Vicky wasn't feeling well.
Michael, she'd still be there if Vicky didn't ask her to come back here. I mean, the fact is she's acting like this is her baby.
Well, then maybe spending some time with Mikey might be good.
No, that would only make it worse. And she'd pretend like Mikey was her baby, too.
Well, what do you think? You're the psychologist.
I have to agree with Jake.
Well, then Marley's not supposed to see Mikey at all?
No, she can see him, but I just think to be responsible for him, she'd be spending a lot more time with him, she'd get a lot more attached, and it could just cause all sorts of new problems.
Well, like what?
Depression, for one, which is not unknown among women in her situation.
I remember Donna went through that after the miscarriage.
And I think that Marley is particularly vulnerable right now.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll just tell her that I changed my mind. That's all.
Michael, let me talk to her, all right?
Okay. Fine. Mary, do you have some free time this afternoon?
I have to be back at the office in an hour and 5 minutes. Why?
I'd like it if you stop by and talk with Donna and me for a little while about this trip to Washington.
Okay.
Yeah? Jake, see you later. Keep me posted on Marley, okay?
Right. Michael, I just want to tell you that it's really good to be able to talk out family problems now.
Yeah, for me too.
Thanks.
Bye. Sweetheart, I'm all packed. I think I might have packed too much. I didn't know exactly what you wanted. What?
Listen, we're not going to go after all.
Oh, well, I thought it was possible myself, but I actually wasn't quite sure.
So you're still working?
I am still. Yes,
Mr. Michael,
Bridget, what?
it's my mother. I have to go and see her.
What's the matter? What happened?
It's her heart. Oh, I know I said I'd stay with Michael.
No, Bridget. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll make your plane reservations, all right? Just go pack. Get ready to go.
I have to go to the bank.
No, I'll take care of that, too, all right? Just pack.
Oh, bless you, Mr. Michael, bless you.
I hope my mother's going to be all right.
So do I. Her mother's very elderly, but I guess Bridget will take care of her.
Well, gosh, you're going to have to find some other arrangements for Mikey.
Yeah, I am, aren't I?
Of course, Donna could stay.
No, I need Donna with me.
Michael, on a business trip.
Mary, you know how frustrated I've been with how long the adoption of Mikey's taking.
I warned you the board was going to be very thorough.
The board is dragging their feet.
Does this trip have something to do with the adoption?
I've made an appointment with Senator Adams to try to cut through some of the red tape.
Oh, Michael. Michael, the board is not going to be happy when they hear that.
Mary, at this point, I don't care what the board thinks.
I know you're frustrated. I understand that. But if you could just be patient a little while
Patient while the
longer.
board figures out some other reason why we can't adopt Mikey.
If they find out you're going behind their back, they may not need another
Well, who's
reason.
going to tell them, Mary? Are you going to tell them?
I am supposed to tell them everything that happens. Well, they haven't said specifically when I have to tell them.
I don't want to lose Mikey.
Then Can you be very, very careful that you don't do anything to mess up your own chances?
Well, I'm gonna clean these up, and then I'm gonna block the opening shots of the documentary.
You're gonna be working in that all day?
Yeah, pretty much. Why?
Well, I was wondering if you and Marley wanted a 4-star lunch. Thinking maybe you ought to come by Mary's place.
Not today, Vince.
Corned beef and cabbage a la McKinnon.
I gotta take Marley into the hospital.
Oh. Something wrong?
No, she's just having another fertility test.
Oh.
She's pretty desperate about having a baby.
It's not absolutely sure that she can't conceive?
Well, that's what the doctor says in California, but Marley's not gonna take no for an answer.
Well, how about you?
How about me what?
Well, maybe it's your fault.
What are you talking about, my fault?
Well, I don't mean fault. I mean, maybe it's your problem.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to say that we might not be able to have a baby because of me?
Well, it's been known to happen, you know. I mean, they do have tests for men.
Yeah, I've heard.
Well, even if it wasn't your problem, wouldn't it make Marley feel better to know that you took a test, too?
Look, Vince, Marley is the one with the problem, not me.
Well, you are now a doctor?
The doctor in California said that Marley will probably never conceive.
Yeah, but you didn't buy that.
No, not 100%, I didn't.
Well, it's only 100% when all the tests are no, including yours.
Why are you bugging me with this?
Look, aren't you the guy who said you'd do anything, go anywhere?
Yes.
Well, so go. Do. Jake, look. Listen to me. Pride can be a man's worst enemy. I mean, it can eat away at a marriage if you don't watch out for it.
You think I'd let that happen?
Oh, no. You're too smart. It's guys like me who have to learn the hard way. Hey.
Vince, you and Mary have a super marriage.
Now? But years ago, when things weren't going well for me, pride kept me from facing up to things that were too tough to look at. So I drank.
It's not gonna happen to me.
Well, I didn't think it happened to me either, but it did. And I lost Mary.
You're saying I'm gonna lose Marley?
Are you willing to risk it?
Man, you sure are making me feel great today, aren't you?
Oh, hey, you're right. Don't listen to me. I mean, you're gonna do the right thing.
Okay, Vince, I'll, talk to Mary today, and I'll have her make an appointment at the hospital for me.
You probably would have done that without me saying anything.